Well, thank you very much, Dr. Singh, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to be with you all here tonight to celebrate the great poet, Rabindranath Tagore. I was invited here, I guess, because there is indeed an association between Tagore and Italy. Tagore visited Italy at several times, and as a matter of fact, Italy was the first place in continental Europe where he set foot. That was on his travel to England in 1878. But it was just a short stopover of his ocean liner. He was back, clearly. He was back for longer stays. That was in 1890, and then in 1925 and 1926. And I was able to find a newspaper clipping from an Italian newspaper dated 23rd of January 1925, referring to a talk that Tagore delivered to the Milanese Philological Society. The talk was a resounding success. Tagore was at the peak of his celebrity in Europe at the time, and the subject of the talk was the crisis of Western civilization as the poet saw it. One should remember this was the wake of the First World War and a time when totalitarian regimes were gaining ground in Europe. Well, in a nutshell, Tagore reminded to his European public that materialism and commercialism cannot be the sole foundation for the happiness of man. Man needs to believe in superior universal values in order to achieve peace and dignity. And such values being universal, they can also serve as a bridge between cultures, cultures different in outlook, but not in their intimate essence, East and West, North and South. So, in order to keep faith in man, as a poet witnessed the truth of what sages have proclaimed, that is to say, by unrighteousness man prospers, gains what appears desirable, conquers enemies, but perishes at the root. To conclude my brief homage to the poet, let me read the translation in Italian of a brief poem taken from a collection published in English in 1916, Fruit Gathering. I believe this very short poem expresses the same message of belief in universal truth. Nel bagliore di un istante ho visto la grandezza della tua creazione nella mia vita, creazione attraverso infinite morti, di mondo in mondo. Piango sulla mia miseria quando vedo la mia vita in balia di ori inutili, ma quando la vedo nelle tue mani so che è troppo preziosa per essere dispersa tra le ombre. The English translation by the author himself. In the lightning flash of a moment, I have seen the immensity of your creation in my life, creation through many a death, from word to word. I weep at the unworthiness, at my unworthiness, when I see my life in the hands of the unmeaning hours. But when I see it in your hands, I know it is too precious to be squandered among shadows. Thank you very much.